My name is Madee, and I'm going to start my blog with the content of rap music, which I am going to write on some bits I will find on the internet, which is going to be my reaction to some things, what's going on in the world, and a comment on them in style of rap. So, and also in my channel, you're gonna have many people, many experts, many friends who are gonna share their opinions on the questions you might have. Thank you. Hi there, it's all me again, and I have my friend Karthik, who's a really good person and who helped a lot in my life. And today I'm gonna ask him what he have gone through these days, what has he experienced until now, and this message and what he will tell will be very useful for you guys and for all of us to take into account when we want to get to some point in our lives or when we don't know where we belong or who we are. So I made a few questions I'm gonna ask. So I'm gonna read all the questions and dear Karthik is gonna say all together. So this video will not be that long. Okay. So what makes you differ from other people, let's say from others, what makes you you? And what do you think about our youth now? Because you go out and you see a lot of our age people, young people, and what is your advice for them? And what would you say to the young you?
Okay, before starting my conversation, it's so happy to see you, Madee, after a long time. So
Hi,
you're so happy.
yeah. So happy to have you
How are you
here.
doing?
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
So thank you very much for inviting me for the first episode of your series, and I believe.
Of course, you're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, before starting my conversation, it's also about a conversation, I believe, who we are surrounded with. Whether we are surrounded with the people who are more of positivity, promoting that kind of sense, who we are surrounding with, who always, that's the person who are the greatest influencer of the life, but we don't feel it now, but over the time we do feel that. The people who are surrounded by us as the greatest influencer, so we need to be really kind of wiser in choosing who we are surrounded with. That's the one of the main thing. And then alright, so what I want to say first point is that surround yourself with the right people, because sometimes or often the people whom you get surrounded with in your life are the greatest influencer in your journey to success. So while choosing it, we have to be very precise and wise in choosing who we want to be in our circle. The next thing is that sometimes we are afraid of changes in life. We doesn't want to leave our comfort zone. So what I would say is that the changes is the only constant thing in life that keeps us moving. So we are never too old or never too experienced in order to experience that change in life.
So true. I do agree with that, because I still say when I can that you have to change if you want the whole thing, the whole life to change, and it's the only thing which really exists if we think this life is illusion and we get tired of life. And young people, a lot of them commit bad things or they're lost. That's so true. You have to change. If you don't want to be a bad person, you change yourself. Change starts from you, not from me, not from Mr. Karthik, but from you, yourself. And you will see everything around you will be changing. So what else would you say?
Next thing is that talking about the dreams. Let your dreams fly, give them wings. Unless you give the wings to your dreams, it wouldn't fly, it will be still the same place where it is before. So you can achieve your dreams just by being fearless.
Right. So you mean more like to be dreamy, or more like to dream and take action?
That's what I wanted to talk about next. Yes.
It sounds awesome.
Dream without action is just like a rubbish, I would say. So I don't want anybody else to say who I want to be or who I don't want to be. So everybody needs to have the ambition. So my point is that everybody needs to have ambition, but you need to be greedy for your ambition. So greedy comes next. So you need to be hungry for it. Don't live on someone else's benchmark and they would say that you can do this thing and you can't do these things.
So you mentioned the dreams, like let them fly. So could you expand this topic so our viewers would understand how to get their dream come true?
Dreams. Here I'm talking about being greedy for your ambition. So you have to be hungry for it and not letting or dictating ourselves or letting any situation or somebody else's benchmark would say that who I want to be or who I don't want to be. So just by having our greedy ambition, not letting others to involve our decision of who you want to be, who you can't be, that is one of the way that we are giving the wings to our dreams to fly.
Right. So that's what you're saying, that don't play by somebody's rules, but take the game into your hands.
Yes, it's all into your control. Because when we have live on our somebody else's benchmark, they have their limitation or they have their own criteria of achieving it. Maybe that is not everybody is same of achieving it. The way can be different. Destination is the same, but the way is different.
But sometimes it's hard. The dream seems like, unachievable. You know what I mean? For example, I started this blog, and let's say I want to be a journalist for some, channel which millions of people watch, And for me, it seems so unbelievable. It's so unrealistic. I don't know how many people is gonna watch this video, but it's a little step to my dream, let's say.
So you are talking about how this could be practical in a way. Am I right?
Exactly. How can I be greedy to get it? What more I can do, for example?
In answering to your questions about how could we have the dreams to give the wings to fly, it's just the theoretical way of speaking? No, of course not. What I would say is that the opportunity, so recognizing every single opportunity and making most use of it. Because believe me, you will never arrive enough to explore new opportunities. There is always something new. There is always something new to move forward up, which will keeps moving. That's the part and role of life is all about.
So what you're basically saying, I accept it, I perceive it as you're saying. For example, as I told, I want to be a journalist or some media person, And about this, in practice, I should go to every, let's say, trial, when I'll be standing and I say thanks, and to myself, to the God, of course, to myself, that thanks, I grabbed this opportunity with both of my hands and I keep it tight, hard work for this, and here where I am, right, in the point where I want to be. That makes sense, isn't it?
Yeah, also there is a saying called, you have never reached success until you have tasted the failure.
So true.
So fail and then fly like a phoenix. So my point is that yes, there is a time period where you will face failure, where you will face opposition or disappointments or something going crazy in your mind or in your body. Why me situation will comes. Obviously will comes. Whether you have encountered why me situation. You could share that, and how do you gone through that?
Yes, as you've shared your experience, that was so nice to hear your opinion, because it was something that I was always having these thoughts, how people do, what Karthik thinks, what my mom thinks, what my friend thinks, it's like, what? These questions, this will for answers, like I want to know, like I'm curious, and now I think, as Karthik told, failures have to be there, but you have to keep going even though you failed and it hurts.
That's what
Everything hurts.
That's what I always do. That shake the dust off from your feet. There would be dust when you walk on the road or sand.
Of course.
You would never keep it for your lifetime. You just shake it off from your feet and then keep moving. So that has to be the parts and parcel of our life journey.
Of course. That makes so much sense. It determines what kind of person are you. Are you a person who can give up easily, or you are the one who is really hungry for success?
More persistence.
Exactly, my friend. Awesome. Okay, so if you guys have any other questions for Karthik or for me, or if you want any advice, of course we're not professionals, we're not psychologists, we're not anyone who can tell you what to do, but for sure we can tell you what we can, express ourselves, so you can pick what you need from this information we say. That's absolutely true what you said. It's just now everything makes sense for me, because I was thinking about this a lot and I was confused, like why should I fail? But this failure must be there because it will determine who are you. I'm sure you asked, who am I? Am I real in your life? Every person asks, but unless you're not a person, right?
In reaching that goal, there is one obvious thing we need to measure. That is, of course, the risk. So you need to take the risk in the sense you need to take the calculated and the educated amount of risk. That risk, what's the impact in our life? So making that risk, we could have been able to explore the opportunity. Without taking risk, we couldn't able to explore the fullness of what the situation, what the experience, what the profession in case has to offer me. So taking risk is also the parts of what we want to be.
Yeah, but however the risk has to be conscious, right? You
Calculated.
can't just close your... Exactly, my friend.
Yeah.
That's so true. So what we have learned today, well, let's say taken to our account in our life as people, as teenagers who are confused, who am I, what am I doing, why I'm not, why my dreams are not here, why I'm not this, why I'm not that, I wish I could be that. No, in order to determine who are you in this whole universe, you have to face a failure and say, if you're gonna go on trying, for your success, or you're gonna give up. And it's also good, I won't tell you that, no, you're a loser if you, give up, or you're like a best person if you go on, It's just for you, not for me, not for my mom, not for your mom, you. As the first question was, what makes you you? And of course, opportunities always there if you wish.
And taking that kind of move in our lives, well, it's not gonna be smooth. It's not, well, in that case, always it's not gonna be smooth. Take a ship. Ship is so safe in the shore when it's built, but what's the purpose of it? To be safe? To be safe on the shore? Does it build for that reason? No. It has to go to the center of the ocean, deep ray, wind and waves and thunder and storm. It has to overcome all these obstacles to reach its destination. In the same way, our life it needs to be like, we have to go through that kind of path. Either one or sometime in our journey, we have to face that kind of stormy things or thundering things. But when we give up, nobody is there to rescue us. We will be all alone, sinking. And that is not we want, obviously. We have to move forward as like a ship moves. So that is also keeps us to reach our destination.
Exactly. And to reach our destination means to be there where we want to be.
Where we want to be. There is no something as written law or the people who did as a benchmark. No, it's all about who we want to be. It happened in our heart, in our mind, and that thrives us.
Exactly. I absolutely think the same way. Well, thank you so much. It was so informative for me. and I'm sure for you guys as well. So like and subscribe, comment what you think of it, comment your questions, and I will be very happy to answer.
It's the thought. It's not from the professional people. It's from the people who are in our own age, in our youth people, who what we think, what we go through. It's from our experience, not from the people who are experienced or who are so great. It's from our normal people, what we go through.
Yes, exactly.
In reaching our goals. Yeah.
Yes, as if, write in the comments if you are that person who could approach a random person on the street, well, let's say approximately your age, and say, hey, yo, dude, I was interested about this, and what do you think about it? If you as courage as I think, and you would prove it, then I'm gonna give you $1. Yeah, $1 no more because I'm broke. Yes, thank you so much for watching. I'm Madee. Follow my channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I will be really happy to chat with you guys. Bye!